Good morning. Those are all my videos. This is an honors geometry extra review that another teacher gave me that I'll put on the YouTube channel and the Schoology page. This problem says x squared plus 70 is the measure of angle 1. And x is the measure of angle 2. So when it says that the two segments are perpendicular, so then this angle is 90. So the quadratic I get, the equation from the facts is x squared plus 70 plus x equals 90. This has to equal 0, so I end up with x squared plus x minus 20 equals 0. This factors to x plus 5 times x plus 4, or x plus 5 times x minus 4. Equals 0. So this gives you a solution of x equals -5. X equals 4. Now if you look at angle 2, it's x, and that's why -5 has to be thrown out in this case, because you can't have a negative angle. So x equals 4 is what I get for the solution I'm going to use to answer the question, which is find the measure of angle 1. Now the measure of angle 1 is represented by x squared plus 70. So 4 squared plus 70 is what I need to write down. This is 86, okay? That's the answer for the measure of angle 1. Number 2, the measure of the supplement of an angle, so 180 minus x, equals 5 times that of the complement. So 5 times 90 minus x. That's your equation. And so we want to find the complement. That's what that says, find the complement. Okay, so we need to solve this equation. So 180 minus x equals 450 minus 5x. So I think I'll bring the x over here and the 180 over there. And that gives me 4x on the left, and 450 minus 180, I think, is 270, I believe. I think, I don't know, I should calculate that. Yep, 270. And then that's going to be divided by 4, and that's 67.5. And the complement then is 22.5. Because 90 minus 67.5 is 22.5. All right, so the next question says 3 angles whose sum is the measure of a straight angle are in this ratio. Then you would do 5 plus 6 plus 7, which is 18x, and that's equal to 180. And if I divide by 18, I get x equals 10. So it's 50, 60, and 70 degrees. That's equal to 182, okay? If I add these three together. Straight angle. Solve for y in terms of x is the next question. And if angle 1 is complementary to angle 2, and angle 3 is complementary to angle 2, since angle 1 and angle 3 are complementary to the same angle, they are congruent, so these two expressions are equal, and you would write 4x plus y is equal to 2y minus 6. And solve for x in terms of y. I'm going to bring the y term over, and I'm going to bring the x term over. So I end up with minus 1y on the left, and negative 4x minus 6 on the right. If I divide everything by -1, that will be solving for y in terms of x. So my final answer for this question is y is equal to 4x plus 6. The next question says that state a conclusion, then give a reason to support it. Here's two questions. There's A, there's B. A says angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2, and angle 6 is supplementary to angle 1. So that means that angle 2 and angle 6 are both supplementary to angle 1. So the conclusion is that angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. And the reason is that it supplements subs of same angle are congruent. That's the reason. The next question says that KL and UY are equal. So this segment is congruent to this segment. And then LP is congruent to TY. Now the conclusion from that is that this segment and this segment are equal. KP is congruent to TU. So why? What is the reason? Because if congruent segs are added to congruent segs, then the sums, right, which is this, are congruent. Number 6 says that we want to find the measure of angle TOF. And we're given that angle TOI is a right angle. So TOI, that's this angle right here. And we're also given that OI bisects FOG. So here's FOG. And OI bisects it. Now that makes this angle congruent to this angle. And you can see this expression right here. That's the measure of this angle right here. I see a bunch of x's and y. So I see x, y, x, y, yx, y. So that tells me I have a system. And that system is going to use the right angle and the bisect. So the first equation from the system would be x plus 3y minus 4 plus x plus y plus 8 equals 90. Because it's these two angles. The next equation from the system, and I'll put it in a different color, is going to be that this angle is equal to this angle because of this bisector. So x plus y plus 8 equals 2y. Now we have to massage these a little bit. We have to make them look comfortable to us. So we're going to write the first equation, all right, as looks what we have. We have x, and they have another x, so we have 2x. And then we have 3y and another y, so that's plus 4y. Now we're going to subtract the 8 to get 82. And then we're going to add the 4 to get 86 on the right. So we'll get 86 on the right there. Now the next one is we're going to is simplified by moving to 8 and then moving to 2y. So in this problem, you'll write x here and then minus 1y, and that's equal to negative 8. Now, I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by negative 2. And that will give me negative 2x. I'll blow this up a little bit. Negative 2x plus 2y equals 16. So the 4 and the 2 get added, and the negative 2x and the positive 2x go away, and I get 6y equals 92 from 16 plus, or no, 102. 16 plus 86. So y in this case is 17. Now we have to find the measure of angle TOF. That's what we have to do. So it's going to require us to find x too. So we're going to use this equation right here to find x, and we'll write x minus 1 times 17 equals negative 8. Put the 17 in there. And then I'm going to add the 17 to the 18, so it looks like x equals negative 1. Now we're going to substitute those into here and here. We really only need one of them, but we want to find TOF, so we want to find the whole thing. Well, actually, that's not too bad because, look, I'm going to erase all this business here just to give you a clearer picture. If we want to find angle TOF, check it out. TOF is this angle right here, right? Now, we know this one's 90. This angle's 90. So 2 times y is 34. So we're going to take 90 plus the 34, because y is 17. And 124 is what we're going to get. Pretty cool. Okay? All right, well, that was a tough problem. Ooh, boy. We got a couple more. And then it'll be it. So, number 7, state a conclusion and give a reason. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. That's given. So let's mark it. Angle 5 is complementary to angle 6. All right, well, that makes sense. And then angle 1 is complementary to angle 2. Okay. So it looks like angle 5 and angle 1 are congruent, or complementary to angle 6 and angle 2, but angle 2 and angle 6 are equal. That, ladies and gents, is going to make angle 5 and angle 1 congruent, because they're congruent, or these two angles are complementary to congruent angles. So our conclusion is that angle 5 is congruent to angle 1, and the reason is that comps of congruent angles are congruent. All right, the last question on this extra review is if AB equals CD and CD equals EF, then the conclusion is that AB is congruent to EF. And that's what is known as the transitive property. All right. That's ending the review video. That's a little sloppy, transitive property, but that it is what it is. It is what it is. It was what it was. And it will be what it will be. So peace out. Okay? Have a good day.